Hacker ATM. Look at all the money on the floor. Uh-oh.
July 10th, 2016. Two men are walking into the entrance of a bank in Taipei. They're wearing medical masks and fisher hats.
That's Taiwan.
One of them guards the entrance, while the other stands in front of the ATM. He doesn't do anything, though. He doesn't withdraw money with a card, nor does he try to blow it up. He just waits.
Jesus,
and
man.
then something curious happens. The ATM starts spitting out banknote after banknote. All he has to do is collect the money.
It's the Bankusi hack code. He, like, did something to it and it just started spitting.
As a stranger approaches, they immediately abort and leave.
Run!
The stranger will find the cash just lying there.
What the hell?
Even though it doesn't exactly look like it, he just walked into a massive heist. While those two men collected their money, 20 others did the same thing at other branches. This is just one puzzle piece of a larger operation. A 2-year-long sophisticated attack that shook the global financial system to its core. More than 100 banks in over 30 countries with stolen funds amounting to roughly $1 billion US. One of the biggest bank heists in history, orchestrated by hackers. The Carbanak group. They are led by one elusive mastermind. But on this one night in Taipei, he and his team made a crucial mistake. One that they will pay a heavy price for.
Oh my god.
Carbanak was a game changer, I think.
Poof. The attackers, they have the password of the administrator. So at that point we knew that they were watching what we were doing.
It's very hard to arrest a piece of code.
Whoa. The Carbanak group. Wait, I know this. I know about this.
This video was created in cooperation with the cybersecurity company Kaspersky Labs on the basis of their documentary series, Tomorrow Unlocked. Also, check out this great podcast episode by Darknet Diaries on the story, link in the description.
Hackers.
The actual events of this hack are known, but the names of the attacked banks and involved employees were never disclosed. So to tell this story, we created Maxim. That's him.
Maxim!
It's the 8th of April,
That's my
a
cousin's
regular
name,
Tuesday.
Maxim.
He works in a Ukrainian bank. He's a well-respected employee, but he has a bad habit of not installing his Windows updates. As he sips his coffee and thinks about the receptionist he has a crush on, an email from his colleague pops in.
Oh my god!
It's from Sergey, his coworker.
Sergey!
The mail has a Word document attached. It translates into
Соответствие FZ.
Compliance with Federal Law 115, dated 21/7/2014. Sounds
That's
important
a big
enough.
word, Chad, I know.
Maxim clicks on it. He reads it, closes it, and continues his very ordinary workday.
And that's how he got hacked.
A few months later, Maxim is
So you're telling me at the end of the day, if he wasn't distracted by his crush, he wouldn't have done that?
sitting in a meeting. His boss seems distraught. Some of his bank's ATMs started spitting out banknotes at seemingly random times of day. It seems like whoever was lucky enough to show up at the right time could just grab the money. The bank might be the victim of a cyber attack. The employees should act cautious and avoid suspicious emails.
No.
Emails, meetings, stress, colossal hacks. For many, it's the same story every day. What if you want to throw in the towel and build something of your own? Odoo is an all-in-one platform that gives you everything you need to manage your business. You don't need any tech skills. Honestly, you can be a complete beginner. With Odoo, you can create a sleek website and launch your dream project in no time. It's just 4 simple steps. What kind of website do you want? Define the field of activity and the objective. Choose a color palette or insert your logo. What pages or features do you want? Pick your favorite theme from a wide range available. Odoo's AI does the rest. Then you can easily customize your site, drag and drop blocks whenever you need them. Use built-in ChatGPT to help you write engaging copy. Odoo can also handle translations if you want your site to be multilingual. Odoo's first app is free for life with unlimited hosting and support. They even give you a free custom domain name for 1 year on top. If you're ready to scale, Odoo offers a range of other powerful applications to optimize your business. Visit fern.deal/Odoo15 now and start building your own websites for free. The bank hired Kaspersky to investigate their problem.
Suddenly all your ATMs are empty. You know that something has happened.
This is York from the Reveal. He was part of the team on the case. He checks the hard disks of the affected ATMs for malware and finds.
Is it cool being like a anti-hacker, like a white hat hacker? I bet it is.
Nothing.
You're just a
Not
G
one suspicious activity, not a single trail to follow.
thinking.
A few months later, Van der Wiel gets a call in the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m. It's an account manager working for a large Russian bank. He says Van der Wiel and his team need to call his IT guy ASAP. A couple of minutes later, one of Van der Wiel's Kaspersky co-workers shows up at a bank in Russia. The IT guy on the site is panicking.
No!
Someone has gained control over their domain controller. That's the heart of their server network. If you control the domain controller in a Windows environment, you basically control everything.
Oh, that's.
And without a good reason, it's sending data to China. The Kaspersky specialist starts to look for malware right away. Eventually, he finds a software that lets you watch and control a computer remotely. Could it be that the intruder is watching them right now? He has an idea.
Hacker man.
He opens a Word document and writes the Russian word for hello. They wait for a few minutes. Nothing happens. Then, suddenly, the cursor moves, and letters appear. The hacker answered. He adds, in Russian, "You will not catch us."
Вы нас не поймаете! Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Mr. Hacker Man. This is how they get you, man. Egoing. This guy egoed
To which the Kaspersky
out.
employee replies, "We will catch you."
Мы вас
No,
поймаем.
you will not catch us.
Нет, вы нас не поймаете.
Okay, it's on.
Naughty, naughty, naughty Russian hackers.
It will take
Very
some time,
bad.
but eventually the Kaspersky
Not
team
good.
finds the malware. It is similar to the Garburb Trojan. One configuration file of the malware is called Ananak. So the
Fun fact, I downloaded a Trojan when I was a kid, trying to get Sims 3 to play on my computer. I wanted all the DLC, and my parents said no, because it cost too much money, and I downloaded a fucking version, played for like 3 hours, and it was the best 3 hours of my life. And then I shut down the computer, and then the next day, my fucking computer, the family computer, froze up.
team decides to call it Carbanak. This incident at the Russian bank gave Van der Wiel and his colleagues hints about what
Yeah,
is going
but
on,
ding dong.
and they link it all back to those hacked ATMs in Ukraine. Now they can reconstruct how the Carbanak hackers operate. So let's wind back.
Oh.
This is one of the Carbanak hackers. Again, it's the 8th of April, 2014. He already got into Sergey's email account, but he wants access to Maxim's computer. So he sends out this email with that attachment. The Word file exploits vulnerabilities in Microsoft Word to download malware that contains a backdoor.
Backdoor.
The hacker now has remote access to Maxim's computer. Next step, gain access to the whole network, and he knows exactly how to do it. The hacker installs a specific software on Maxim's computer, which slows it down, which in turn frustrates Maxim, so he calls IT to come by and check.
Uh-oh.
By the time the IT guy comes over, the hacker has installed a keylogger. This way he will be able to see everything one types into Maxim's keyboard. The IT guy starts to investigate. To do so, he needs to type in his admin password, and bingo. The hacker got the admin's password. He tries it out
For
on
those that don't know what a keylogger is, it basically traces everything that you type, and they can just figure it out through context.
the domain controller.
What it is,
Yep,
especially if they can see your
same.
screen.
Now
It's
he can
really
go look
easy.
for the computer in the network
Hacker
that
man.
controls the money transfers and the ATMs. But he doesn't attack right away. Instead, for months he silently observes the employees managing the transactions. Once he fully understands the process, he proceeds.
Ooh.
To steal the money, the Carbanak group developed 3 different methods. One way is to transfer money from so-called transaction management accounts to their own accounts. To avoid suspicion, they raise the balances by the stolen amount beforehand, keeping the total unchanged. Since banks check accounts only every 10 hours, the transfers go unnoticed. Another way is to take control of specific ATMs to let them spill
But
out.
wouldn't the bank account just... wouldn't the bank just know where the money is going, though, directly to your bank account? Or do you need, like, a patsy?
Banknotes, right into the hands of money mules.
Oh,
These
money
are men
mules, there
hired
we
through
go.
the Moldovan mafia, who
Damn it, the Balkans! The Moldovan Mafia!
collect the money and send it to their bosses.
That's
In
the
exchange, they
patsies.
get to keep a small
Figured it
cut.
out.
The third method is the most sophisticated. The hackers set up a couple of bank accounts in the names of their money mules, including debit cards. Then they make sure they all have the same small amount on it, let's say $3.33. Then they update the bank's database, exchanging that $3.33 for $1 million. Suddenly, all the money mules have $1 million on their bank account.
What the
Now they just use their debit cards to withdraw the cash. As a side effect of the database update, some broke bank customers will suddenly find themselves to be millionaires.
Uh-oh. What?
The better
I'm
the
not a
Kaspersky team
millionaire.
understands the methods of the Carbanak group, the more they begin to grasp how complex this operation is.
That's terrifying.
Kaspersky teams up with Europol, major European banks, and various national law enforcement agencies to hunt them down. They're able to take down some of their servers, but then the hackers start using different tools and continue to work under the radar. By the beginning of 2015, Carbanak has robbed at least 100 financial institutions in almost 30 countries.
How?
Most of the victims are in Russia, but also in the US, China, and Europe. Within 2 years, they steal roughly $1 billion.
They
appear to be unstoppable until someone screws up.
Uh-oh. Did they do it in Taiwan and then it fricked up? Bobby hides his money.
The first bank reported that over 70 million NT dollars was withdrawn illegally. The withdrawals were made in both Taipei and Taichung across 34.
Why would you do this in a very small, tight-knit country like Taipei? I feel like doing that is kind of just like asking for it.
ATMs
it's a high-trust society,
in
too,
July 2016,
well.
Carbanak attacks the so-called first bank in Taipei, but the Taiwanese police are quick
like
on their
Hong
feet.
Kong or Taipei.
Very quick.
我们从被盗领的 ATM 的影像先去
ATM
调。
At least 500 police officers checking the CCTVs.
Holy
we tracked
shit!
all the footage from the
Manhunt Central!
ATMs and back to the hotels of all the suspects.
这一个
Again, it's like when murderers go out and do something so bold and retarded, you're like, wait, did you want to get caught? Like, you think you wouldn't get away with it, and then you do, and it's like, maybe you shouldn't have done that so blatantly.
车手的一个身份，陆陆续续，接下来3-4天的时间，全部把22位的一个身份
22 money mules, most of them Russian, the rest from Eastern European countries. 19 of them successfully flee Taiwan, but 3 remain in the country with the money.
They're gonna rat him out.
Faces are all over the media. To escape,
That's all you
they have to
need,
get
buddy.
rid of the money somehow. One of them hides 2 sports bags with some of the money at the Donghu Park. He then flees to Yulong County and hides there. But he is caught and leads the police back to the sports bags. But instead of 2, there is only 1 left. An elderly man found one of the bags and took it home.
He probably think that was fortune from God.
The police seize the second bag and search for the other money mules. A man called Bobby hides the rest of the money in 2 suitcases and stows them in 2 lockers at Taipei Central Station. Shortly after, 2 other men from Eastern Europe arrive in Taiwan and collect the suitcases from the main station.
And then they catch
They go
him.
to a
It's
hotel
so
to have
easy.
brunch.
They have CCTV everywhere.
They sit down, they're interrupted by the police.
Put down the knife, your fork, stay calm, don't move. It's not an interaction with us, such as I am.
They ask
Wait, that's crazy. They actually got a police officer that speaks Russian. Their Russian's pretty good.
the men to take them to their hotel room.
Сколько у вас человек всего?
Здесь нас двое.
Нет, целая группа.
Чего группа?
Вот это преступление.
In their hotel room, law enforcement finds banknotes that are worth roughly
chills.
1.5 million US dollars.
Yeah,
The
don't be
Taiwanese
mean, man.
police
She's
managed
actually
to
got
recover
pretty good
90%
Russian.
of the stolen money. The 3 money mules are sentenced to a little over 4 years in prison. These guys are just low-level operatives. But on the phone of one of the men,
Yeah,
the Taiwanese police
They're
find
throwaway goons, chat. Remember, if you work for a mafia, there's always going to be throwaway goons. You gotta be at the top.
pictures of stacks of money in various currencies.
Stacks on stacks
They
on
also
racks
find
on racks
emails
on racks on
from the
racks on
suspected
racks
head of
on
the
racks.
Carbanak group. Europol, the FBI, cybersecurity companies,
Europol.
and several authorities from different countries work tirelessly.
That Russian's broke as fuck. For someone who speaks Chinese, it's actually really good. I hate it when people say that. It's like, no, it's broke as fuck. It's understandable, man.
To find the Carbanak mastermind.
Nah.
Little do
you're
they know he is
fried.
hiding all the way across the globe,
I'd like to
living a
hear
life
you
in
speak
luxury.
Chinese. It's probably horrible. I could understand her at least.
March 6th, 2018. This is Dennis. He's Ukrainian, but now he lives with his wife and son in Alicante, Spain. He's a rather private
Ooh.
person. He doesn't really leave the house. Right
Me
now,
too, man,
as per
me
usual,
too.
he's coding new malware. He's one of the best at his trade. To keep a low profile, he does most of his spending in Bitcoin. At the time, he's worth 15,000 Bitcoins. In 2018, that was worth roughly $162 million. Today, it would be more than $1 billion.
What?
But there are some things that Bitcoin
Bitcoin is
can't
such a
buy.
meme.
Not a lot of car or house sellers like to be paid in digital currencies. So he needs to use real money to buy these.
Wait, you can actually get a mortgage on a house with Bitcoin? I did not know that.
Which
Wait,
leaves
banks
traces.
actually take loans for that shit?
This is what tipped off the police. They start to follow the money and eventually realize who he is. His laptop is still on and unlocked. The forensic team immediately starts to collect evidence.
Me when I
The
catch you not
authorities will seize 2
mainstream.
BMWs and jewelry, valued at $500,000.
He said that you can't. I'm gonna look it up. Can you get a bank loan for a house using Bitcoin? You can use cryptocurrency to qualify to purchase a refinance in 3 ways. Paying down payments, closing costs, and satisfying the lender's income requirements under a cryptocurrency asset utilization program.
And of course,
Maybe not back then, because he did say it was 2016, so maybe not then.
Bitcoins.
You're right.
But the vast majority of the stolen $1 billion remains missing to this day.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Dennis K. may have been the mastermind behind the Carbanak operation, but he certainly didn't work alone.
We think that it was quite a big team, at least between 10 and 30 people altogether that was able to pull this scheme off.
You can find the same piece of code being used by different groups. And it's very hard as a security researcher to know the difference which group is using what code, because the code is very similar. It's very hard to arrest a piece of code.
In late 2018, 3 Ukrainians were arrested who were allegedly involved as well.
Ooh.
The Carbanak malware still exists today. The hackers who use it go by many names: Fin7, Joker's Dash, Carbon, and Cobalt Spider. Experts suspect that those Russian cybercriminals are given free rein by the Russian government in order to cause chaos in the Western world.
Whoa.
Maxim's bank lost millions.
Destabilize
As
the
we know now,
government.
this could have easily been
True.
avoided. The Carbanak group exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft Word, one that had already been fixed 3 years prior. But Maxim was too distracted to install those Windows updates.
So, what did we learn today, chat? Always update your Windows and don't talk to women. And you won't get yourself into trouble.
So make sure to keep your systems
Microsoft
up to date.
propaganda
It could
could
save your
be.
employer a couple million.
Nah, fuck corpos. I'm kidding, it's a joke. Windows is shit. Yeah, Windows is full of vulnerabilities. Start using Linux, idiot. This video's gaslighting us to update Windows. Yeah, this guy's a paid stooge. He's trying to tell me to change my ways. Yeah, woman-made banks lose money. How many women have been the causes of war because they were so beautiful and they had to fight over women? Many such cases. But Alana, aren't you a woman? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?